You are looking live at Darlington Raceway at Darlington, USA for the Norse Force Invader Series Darlington 160. Boy, that's a mouthful. And we are getting ready to get underway here at Darlington. Thank you to everyone tuning in to this one here tonight. And we're going to have a good one on tap for you. It is the Norse Force Invader Series, racing the NASCAR Gander Outdoors trucks. And this the 9th race of the season. The season well underway here. It's not going to wrap up until early in March, but we're going to be kicking things off here in deep into November as we head to Darlington Raceway for 115 laps around this tricky 4-corner oval. To catch you up to speed, if you are just joining this league, tuning in for the first time tonight, this has been a fantastic league to watch, and we cannot wait to keep going on this one. A quick recap so far. Lucas Cram started off the season with victory in Texas. Robbie Oddie would follow up with a victory at Auto Club. Dylan Alt would be the short track winner, taking it in Martinsville. Robbie Oddie would win his second of the season in 4 weeks. He would win at Atlanta, just dominating the 1.5 miles. Lucas Cram would win once again at Iowa, keeping pace with Robbie Oddie in terms of wins. Jake Potak would survive at Indianapolis and take that one. Dominic Howe would take Chicagoland. And last week, Aaron Mulrooney Jr. surviving at the finish against Skylar Carnes, door-to-door, 7/1000ths of a second, that one. He gets the win at Daytona. So like we said, it is the Norse Force Invader Series. 8 weeks in, we're getting a look at how this season's going to start shaping up here. In terms of the standings, after 8 races, Lucas Cram is your points leader. He's out in front with 282 points, and closely behind him, 1 point behind, is Dominic Howe. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. in third, Justin Walters in fourth, and Chase Bonzer, dropping 2 spots in points, is now 5th. Tyler Davis is in 6th, Derek Winter in 7th, Skylar Carnes trekking up the points. He's tied for 8th with his teammate Josh Zentek, and Robbie Oddie, who did not make it to Daytona, dropped 6 positions. He is now sitting 10th in points. So a bit of a shakeup there, and we're going to see how that kind of plays out throughout this one here at Darlington. And we should have a good one here for you. A lot of drivers who you've heard the names of quite often. Skylar Carnes in the 47 here. We have John Robert Masterson in the 32. All around, a lot of quality drivers that we can foresee making a great qualifying run and turn this into a wonderful race for you guys to enjoy. So Darlington, the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame. It definitely gets its name for a reason, and we watched in warm-ups. A couple of the trucks were really struggling to keep it under control, especially off of a couple of the corners. And we're going to see how it works out for them tonight. But this track should perform as advertised. So like we said, Darlington Raceway, built in Darlington, South Carolina. We mentioned its nicknames, and this is a track that you love to go to. It is kind of an odd shape, and that's what gives it a little bit of its too much to tame kind of reputation. Turns 1 and 2 are a little bit wider than turns 3 and 4 in terms of intensity of the corners. So that adds a unique bit of a challenge. You'll see that throughout the race. Coming off of turn 2, the corner comes up on you fast. and getting off a 4, you can sometimes ride it up to the wall a little bit further than you might think. So we'll see how these trucks handle it. It's really going to be a matter of who's going to be able to keep the truck clean. And if you do get the famous Darlington stripe on that right side of your truck, just being able to keep it under control, handle it how it's going to handle. We're going to see a lot of cars with damage by the end of this, I would imagine. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. And I'm glad that you're tuning along with us. Asphalt 1.366 mile oval here. 1.31 is what it ends up being in iRacing. 4 track turns. Track temp tonight's going to be a balmy 88 degrees in Darlington, USA. Your bankings in turn 1 and 2, it's 25 degrees. And turns 3 and 4, it's a little bit less, 23 degrees. On the front stretch, it's going to be 3 degrees of bank. And on the back stretch, 2 degrees. So you see all of these different numbers. They all add up to a challenging track. And we're going to see it tonight. We're looking down at the apron right now on your screen. The trucks can go below there. There's nothing saying that they can't, and we might see a couple guys jump in there, try and make that low line work. We're going to see trucks run up against the wall. We're going to see trucks run all over the place here tonight, and it's going to be an exciting one for you guys. Thank you to everyone joining us here, especially all you guys in the chat. Already a big shout out to Robotic Twitcher for that resub, 3 months. Thank you very much, sir. And Scissor Blades with the follow. Also much appreciated. Bear Palm is in the chat. And Lucas, C48 fan, also in the chat. Appreciate you guys stopping in, tuning in, and joining us here tonight for the Norse Force Invader series at Darlington. Let's get to wrecking, he says, and we will see how that one goes. Excited to bring this one to you. 1 minute left of qualifying, and currently, right now, sitting in your lead is Jake Potek in the 39 machine. So we'll see if he can hold on to that pole position. And right before we go through your grid, we're going to take a quick moment to thank Blaze Pizza, one of the sponsors of the Norse Force Racing League, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast bar perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
So truck's getting ready to roll off here. You see that banking and that safer barrier on the outside might get used up a bit tonight. We're going to be interested to see how these trucks handle, how these drivers are able to handle these trucks as we get set to get underway here right before too long. Starting grid, everyone's starting to line on up right behind that pace car on the front straightaway. Beautiful scenery we have for you here tonight. Bring this race to you. Taking a peek at our spectator camera. Good look right there at what the fans are seeing in the audience. And on the back straightaway, our other spectator camera. Excited to see those throughout the night here tonight, so you can get a peek at what it's like to be here at Darlington. And here's your field getting ready to get rolling here under caution before we get on at it. So let's take a look through the grid here. Starting on your pole is going to be the 39 machine of Jake Potek. We've seen him be a front runner in this league for a lot of the season. And on his outside, there's the 42 of Dylan Alt. Starting in third is going to be Alex Vasilio. He's in the 21. Starting fourth is Aaron Mulroney Jr. in that 2 machine. Starting fifth is going to be Chase Bonzer. And starting sixth is going to be the 44 of Lucas Cram. In seventh is Skylar Carnes. We're going to be interested to see how he finishes after a close second place finish last week. We'll see if he can follow it up with an even better finish here today. Liam Sheen will be rolling off in the 8th position. He's in the 14 machine. Kevin Foster in the 83 will roll off 9th, with Mark Love in the 43 on his outside. John Robert Masterson in the 32 will be starting 11th, and Ryan Libby will be starting 12th. Kadarius Tave in the 24 machine, he will be starting 13th, and Robert Milliken is in the 14th spot in the 18 machine. 15th is going to be Derek Winter. We've seen him run quickly to the front of the pack at a lot of these races. And Dave Fuge is in 16th. 17th is going to be Andrew Rattel in the 13, and Joshua Stiles on his outside will be starting in the 18th position. William Downham rolls off 19th, with Samuel Williams in the beautiful 48 machine on his outside. Tyler Davis starts 21st, and Justin Walters will be rolling off 22nd. That will do it for your field, and we are half a lap away from getting under green. So we are getting ready to go green here. Thank you to everyone joining at home and at the raceway itself. As we struggle for words, the pace car is off. Potak in the 39 leads the field around turn 4 in the pullapart.com Chevrolet Silverado. And we are underway here. Green flag in the air from the flagman. And we are going green here at Darlington. Potak leads the way with Alt on his outside into turn 1. Looks like Potak's going to clear the 42 of Alt as they head out. 2x2 back behind them. Truck's in the wall already, it looks like, heading down into turn 3. Potak and Alt starting to pull away already. Trucks behind them starting to single file on out. Bit of a battle back there, though. As we look back, 15th on back, starting to single file on out between these trucks. You see him run all the way up to the wall there. You're going to see a lot of different lines here tonight. Riding along with the 20 of Joshua Stiles here. He's riding that middle line. Then drifts it up to that outside retaining wall. You're going to see a lot of trucks run that. You're going to see a lot of trucks kind of diming these corners. Flash it back up to leaders. It's Potak and Alt looking extremely fast in these first couple laps. Just pulling away 1.6 seconds. Back to Alex Vasilio, who's holding on to third. It's a 2-truck battle for the lead in the first couple laps of this one. 115 of them to go around, but on lap 4, it's a 2-truck battle, and trucks on the apron. The 2 of Mulrooney Jr. is slow. John Robert Masterson in the 32 also falling back. Lot of action right there. The 44 of Lucas Cram looks to have some damage. Let's take a quick peek at what happened right there. Riding along with the 44 of Lucas Cram in the Hot Wheels Toyota Tundra. Looking beautiful tonight. A lot of these trucks running throwback paint schemes tonight. He's right behind Bonzer in the 81. And we have a caution live. Up in the wall, the 81 comes down. Everyone avoids it. We're back live trying to figure out what exactly we just missed. William Downham. Samuel Williams in the 48 appears to have some damage. Let's see what happened to him. There's the 20 machine of Joshua Stiles right there, down low. Quick peek for you as he heads into turn 3. As Dominic Howe in the 30 right behind him gets into his bumper. And Robbie Oddie in the 12 is going to be collected and doored by the 13 right there. Nowhere to go for Oddie. Let's take one more look at that one. As we're going to ride along with the 30 of Dominic Howe, who had a front row seat to this one. You see Robbie Oddie lose a little bit of speed right there. Here goes Dominic Howe up on the bumper of Stiles. Stiles just has to check up a little bit. Howe gets into him, and around goes the 20 of Joshua Stiles. That's going to be a tough way for him to head toward the back of the pack there. So back live here. Trucks taking service in pit road now. You see our spectator cam right here. Able to peek down pit lane. Good view of the race off. Potak's going to hold on to that lead. Proximity Gaming right behind him. But a couple more trucks right behind them. Pick of the race from Bear Pong is Jake Potak. And so far, it's looking like a good pick. If I was a betting man between Potak and Alt, you got to pick one of the two. Potak's looked a little bit stronger so far. Our dark horse of the race, not really a dark horse, but Robbie Oddie in the 12, after being involved in an incident, seems to have brought the truck behind the wall. His day might be done early here, and that's going to be a tough way to start that one. Lights on the pace car. As we swoop it around here. At Darlington. A couple trucks already with the Darlington stripe. We're going to take a quick peek. Actually, we're going to get a quick word from a couple of our in-race reporters. Boys, this is Jarrett. You got a copy?
Absolutely we do.
All right, Josh, talk to us. The trucks look loose. How's it feeling?
Loose. Just loose. I mean, they feel pretty good on the short run, but then as time goes on, from what we experience in practice, it's going to get a lot more loose as time goes on. But I know you saw what happened there with me in the 30. Man, I'm a little disappointed that it happened that early, but at the same time, got out of the way early. So maybe the rest of the race won't suck.
Maybe. We can hope, right?
I can only hope. I need something good to happen today.
Yeah, is the truck in pretty good shape, or?
Oh, I mean, I had about a minute worth of damage. I got through most of it. I've got probably about 20 seconds left of damage just to get on the next pit stop. I'm not really worrying too much about it right now. But yeah, I mean, kind of sucks that already happened. Already gave us a 4X, but we'll be all right. We'll come back, maybe.
Well,
This track has not been kind to us anyway.
Well, you're in the back, so stay out of the thick of it, my friend, and good luck the rest of the way.
I'm going to need all the help I can get, my man.
All right, talk to you guys soon.
All right, my man.
All right, that was Joshua Stiles. Normally in the 19, he's running in the 20 here tonight, and we're going to get ready to go back green here at Darlington. It looks like Potak electing to take the outside here on Dylan Alt. That's the 39 you see up on top. Dylan Alt in the 42 down below. And they are green, and we are back underway here at Darlington. A couple trucks shuffling for position. Potak trying to hang on that top line here at Darlington. Alt on the low side. Looks like he's going to have a run off of 2. Door to door as they come off of 2. Down the back straightaway. Trucks fanning out on the back stretch. A lot of trucks going all the way to the apron, using all of the track. And still side by side for 1 and 2. Potak and Alt really giving it to each other. And Potak with a beautiful run off of 4. Alt might have had to back out of it there. And that's going to give Jake Potak a little bit of a gap here. This truck starting to single filing out. Everyone trying to find their groove. We're lap 11 out of 115. So a bit of a ways to go. You see Lucas Cram back there in the 44 machine. He's looking good. Beautiful paint scheme here tonight. A couple guys, like we mentioned, running their throwback schemes. Lucas Cram switching to the Hot Wheels scheme for tonight. I got to say, it's a pretty one. A little bit of damage on that front end. Might sacrifice some straightaway speed there. But he's still looking good. On his inside, John Robert Masterson looks low. Backs out of it, though. And Masterson going to lose a couple positions right there. And right behind him, that is the 30 machine of Dominic Howe. Weaving in and out of traffic, getting by Mark Stryker in the 77 there. Picking up another position. Howe is climbing up to 18th now after that incident. Good run by him the past couple weeks. A little bit of damage on that front nose. But as we've seen so far, a lot of the truck's going to have damage, and a lot of the truck's going to be able to run pretty quick with damage. So it's just a matter of in and out of the throttle. Dominic Howe looking low on Tyler Davis now. He's in the 45. Side by side as they enter turn 3. Howe with a good run. He's looking very strong early. Going to complete the pass right there, coming out of 4. 45 thinks about peeking inside, but he's not quite going to get there. 45 slow going into 1. Had to check up a little bit. Stryker and Carnes in the 77 and 29 able to stay off the 2 of them. That works out for them as they start to fan out here up in front. You're looking at the 32 of Masterson. He's got Mulroney Jr. on his outside. And Dominic Howe continuing to charge in that 30 machine. Jake Locklear in the 84 is just under attack from Mulroney Jr. in the 2. As they go into 1. A couple of these guys looking really strong so far at Darlington. The sun's starting to peek out. That's going to heat up the track a little bit. Give it a little more grip possibly. Might make it a little looser, too. It's all dependent on how this track's going to heat up here. Asphalt track, so it will heat up due to the sun. So we can expect probably a little bit looser. Caution is out. William Downham in the 92 is slow. We're going to take a quick peek at what happened to him. He comes low out of 4, gets spun into the inside retaining wall, and we talked about the sun peeking out, going to make it a little bit tougher for these trucks, and you saw it right there. William Downham started 19th, currently sitting in 26th now after that one, and he's going to have to come back quite a ways here after that hard lick. Not sure if the truck is okay or not. Oftentimes, licks like that are going to affect the engine somewhat. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to hang on throughout the rest of this one. Back live here with you. A little bit of interesting things happening as Potak wasn't able to get to pit road in time, but they sorted on out, and he's coming down pit road. Potak going to lead alt down pit road. 4 tires and fuel for most of these trucks would be the call here. Lap 17 out of 115. Just crossed the line for 18. And so far, we've seen these trucks be really loose. So fresh tires every time is going to be probably pretty key here as we go throughout this one. It's going to be really interesting to see how these trucks are affected by the changing cloud cover. The cooler track's going to give the trucks a little more grip. As you see the race off of pit road, just won by Potak. Dylan Alt with a good pit stop right there. Able to come off, but right behind them, worthy to mention, the 47 of Skylar Carnes there. Him and Josh, himself and his teammate of Josh Zentek in the 8, both running throwback schemes tonight. So good looking truck right there. And he's able to come off of pit road, I thought 3rd, but it looks like he's going to be dropping to the end of the line here. Just as we say that. Back on pit road is the 46 of Walter, so he's going to lead a lap and then head back down pit road and turn the lead back over to the 39 of Jake Potak. 14 of Liam Sheem. You see him right there in front of leaders. He's currently sitting a lap down. He's going to take the wave around here, I do believe. Get back on the lead lap. Most of these trucks still running on the lead lap. But Potak holding on to 1. Alt number 2. Behind him, the 83 of Kevin Foster. We haven't mentioned his name yet tonight. He's jumped into the top 5. And you see right there the 43 of Mark Love. There's the 24 machine in the Napa Filters truck. Cardarius Tave making his way to the front. Haven't mentioned his name a lot. He's been kind of jumping all around. And he's able to jump from 13th to 5th after a little bit of pit strategy right there. So good looking truck right there. A little bit of damage on that front end, but he's probably going to make that work. You see the rest of these Norse Force drivers. Taking a look in at our leader, Jake Potak. You see the massive amount of banking you get here. We talked about it being that high banking in the corners. You're able to kind of swing the truck around, and the people that are going to be able to hold on to the truck the best are going to be the ones that carry speed through the corner here. So we go back on through the field. With the lights out on the pace car, they're getting ready to go back green. Truck's all starting to stack it on up. A little bit of shifting going around the top 5 here. So we get ready to go back green. Jake Potak going to lead him to the line again. And he is off early. Green flag out now. And the 42 quickly behind him. But a 2-car length lead for Jake Potak going into turn 1. Potak looks strong all race and continues to dominate here. But a battle right behind them between Foster and Love. And down in the apron, it's Cardarius Tave in the 24. He might have got a little help right there, but able to hold on to the truck. He's going to keep it rolling here. Losing a couple of positions right there. We just talked about him right before this restart. He gets a little help right there. Down the apron. Big apron here at Darlington, helping a couple of these drivers out. They're able to keep it straight here. And there's another one. The Darlington stripe catches the 83, and he's around. 43's around, and there is a big pile up right here. Zentek in the 8 is around. John Robert Masterson's involved. A lot of trucks involved in this one. Dave Fuge also involved. A lot of trucks involved in this one. We've had the big one on lap 23. Let's take another look at this one. Coming off a 2, you see the 83 getting the wall. He's helped out by the 43. 8 on his brakes, gets out of the way. And then the 9 and the 32 just with nowhere to go right there. That's Derek Winter and John Robert Masterson. A lot of trucks involved here. It's a big wreck we saw. Riding along with the 9 right here of Derek Winter. Smoke up ahead. And just nowhere for him to go. He takes out the 8. Slams into the 43. You see Lucas Cram drive on by right there. And what a mess that these drivers were just inherited. One more look at this one. Maybe. Pardon for the technical difficulties there. One more look. You're riding with the 43 of Mark Love. Truck in front of him gets in the wall. He can't quite stay out of his way and just gets clipped by the 83. An unfortunate circumstance right there. And then you see just the massive pile up we got going on. Trucks everywhere across the track. And this certainly will shake things up a little bit, as we are back live. Potek and Alt surviving, but you see the 30 of Dominic Howe. He's making his way right up to the front here. Alex Vasilio will inherit 4th, and Mark Stryker in 5th. Robert Milliken will now be in 6th. Skylar Carnes battling up there to 7th. 8th, Joshua Stiles, and Cardarius Tave in 9th. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. in 10th. So we have Josh Zentek ready to talk to us. Josh, do you got a copy?
Yes, I got a copy.
Alrighty, so talk to us about what you saw on that last wreck there, buddy. We saw you get pretty banged up there.
Yeah, I got tossed around like a cheap whore there. So the 83 had spun and I had slammed on the brakes. I didn't know which way he was going to go, so the rulers kind of head right for him. And then I just kind of got ran over by the 23, I believe it was. And then kind of spun across the field there, and 24 hit the 9, and then the 9 hit me at the same time the 32 did, and I did a Brandon Gaughan flip. So
yeah, it was a pretty good flip. You feeling all right after that one?
yeah, I'm all right. Just sad that my throwback paint scheme to first race car I ever drove got wrecked. It was a quarter midget.
Very good story. Up to that point, how was your truck handling?
I was just riding around there in the back half of the top 10, just waiting for everybody to wreck themselves out. I actually just avoided that first or second wreck, like, by inches. There was just enough room to get by on the outside there. But I'm just really hoping that Skylar can get something done here. He actually had a speeding penalty last pit stop. He's actually running another throwback paint scheme of mine when I ran a Legend car back in 2014.
Couple of very cool paint schemes we got going there. So we're looking at Skylar right now. We did see him drop to the back there, like you said, for that speeding penalty. Yeah. I'm going to be interested to see how he's able to, if he's able to survive, because I'm sure we haven't seen the end of these cautions.
Yeah, I'm sure if he doesn't get run over, it'll be fine. You know, just he's got to avoid the wrecks, not hit the wall. That's the main thing I told him tonight. Just don't hit the wall and survive, and you'll get a good finish from it. And I didn't hit the wall, but somebody else just ran me over, and it ended my night.
Yep, for sure. Well, sorry to hear about it, but we're rooting for your teammate for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to spot on him right now.
Alrighty, well, good luck, and you guys get to it.
All right, thank you.
That was the 8 of Josh Zentek right there, hearing from him, and as he was tossed around like a rag doll after that last caution, getting spun. Glad to hear that he's okay, and he is going to get up on that pit box for the 47 and get ready to rock and roll. Lot of mess back there. Don't know quite what we missed. Robert Milliken in the 18. Looks like Jacob Locklear is slow on the apron. That's the 84. Quick look at what we missed. Coming out of the restart, we're following along with Locklear right here. He's in that 84 machine, in that teal and blue. 18 gets up into the wall, hits the 2. That's Mulrooney Jr., who gets spun around, but with no caution due to being on the apron. And we're going to stay green here at Darlington. Quite a mess right there, and the Proximity Racing team cannot be happy about that. As 2 of their 3 racers involved in incidents early in this one, so we are not even a third of the way through this race. Back live with the leaders, Potek and Alt, both riding that high line. That seems to be the preferred line for them. They're able to make it work, and we saw a couple drivers a little bit further back able to make a bit of a low line work. These guys turning laps, hoping it stays green here for a little bit, I would imagine, as they're definitely pulling away, making it a 2-car race. Back behind them, we got 4 trucks. That's Howe in the 30, Vasilio in the 21, Stryker in the 77, and Cardarius Tave hanging in there in the 24.
Caution, caution.
caution back out here at Darlington.
Take a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Not quite sure who this one is for. Locklear is slow on the apron once again. Let's take a quick peek at what might have transpired here. Locklear in the 84 with the 2 of Mulrooney Jr. looking inside. It looks like the 2 just tangle up. The 84 is sent around. Luckily, no contact with the wall for either of those trucks. They'll be able to continue. One more look at that one from the 2's perspective. You saw him get a huge run here on Locklear. Riding along with Mulrooney Jr. He gets inside of the 84. Rides up the track just ever so slightly into the 84. Avoids any collateral damage there. And they're both able to continue. It's a proximity racing truck. On the hood of it right there. So 39 of Jake Potak holds on to that lead and will continue to hold on to this one. These trucks start thinking about pit road again. We mentioned how important tires are going to be tonight. And it looks like every single caution that we've seen, people have come down pit road. So it's a question, is somebody at some point going to take 2 tires? Is somebody going to think about taking just fuel maybe late in the race? It's hard to say. Track position does not look that vitally important. However, at some point, if you're not as fast as the other racers, you can hope that you get in front of them, you hold on, and make it work. So we'll see how this one plays out. And we are actually going to turn it over to one of our sponsors. Quick thank you to Next Level Racing. And we'll be right back. So that's Next Level Racing. Apologies that the ads are a little bit louder. I don't know why that is occurring. But we're going to get that fixed up for you guys here. So thank you, TYD, for that. Next Level Racing. Very cool company right there. And they do a lot of stuff, not just racing rigs. But be sure to go check them out for any kind of sim racing stuff you might be curious in. They do a lot of high budget, low budget, kind of whatever budget you want to have. We talk about how sim racing is what you want it. What you let me try that again. Sim racing is what you make it. So if you want to just have a good solid wheel and run that, you're totally able to do that. But if you want to get that hyper realistic simulation, you can also do that. And that's the beauty of sim racing here. A lot of the drivers running very different styles of race here.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. We're not live. Sorry about that. So we get caught back up here. This green flag is out. And Jake Potak leads them into turn 1 and 2. Coming down the back straightaway. Oh, Mark Stryker looks like he's got his first Darlington stripe of the night, getting up into the wall off of turn 2 there. Right side of that truck, hopefully reinforced with a couple 2x4s. As that one took a beating right there. Joshua Stiles in the 20, slowing the apron right there. He zooms off into turn 1 and 2. You see the dramatic run that some of these drivers are getting. And it's just a matter of making things work. Up into the wall. Liam Sheen in the 14 right there. It appears he's going to have a little bit of issue there. Staying high, hopefully out of the 48's way. He's able to hang on the high side. Chase Bonza right there in the 81. Thinking about making a pass right there. He's in the proximity racing. We saw him involved in an incident earlier. He was tangled up with Jake Locklear in the 84. He's also right back there. 3 really skilled drivers right here. Actually, 4 of them. And Bonzer, Carnes, Melican. And I thought Locklear was with this group, but I am mistaken. Sorry about that. But Skylar Carnes and Chase Bonzer, 2 very skilled drivers. Bonzer currently in 5th in points. And Skylar Carnes, I believe, sitting in 8th in points. 2 trucks battling for position right there. Carnes going to make the pass for 12th. Around the 81. We talked to Josh Zentek earlier, who's up in the box for the 47 now. Said if Skylar can keep it clean, he'll be good to go, as you see Robert Milliken in the 18 tap the outside retaining wall right there. And turn 2 is tough here tonight. We talked about this track being too tough to tame, and it's living up to its name so far here tonight. Take a look back at the leaders. Jake Potak. Dylan Alt's fallen off a little bit. Dominic Howe now taking over the 2nd position. Dylan Alt all the way back there. He's under attack from Lucas Cram. You see a little bit of damage on that front end of the 44 Hot Wheels machine, but the Hot Wheels looking really quick here tonight. Those orange rims glowing in the late afternoon sun. And the 44 trying to chase down that 42. Alex Vasilio in the 21 has been a pretty surprise top 5 racer here. He's been pretty solid, but he's been kind of that outside top 10 racer. Holding on to 5th place right now. He's had a couple good finishes as of late. Looking to add another to his season. And then Mark Stryker and Cardarius Tave back behind him. Making their presence felt here early. Lucas Cram just trying to stay with that 42. 42 might have him on straightaway speed. You see the damage to the front end of the 44. And here comes lap traffic as they try to get around Locklear in the 84. He's going to give them the low line. And there they go. Scooting on by. No incidents just yet. Vasilio trying to get by the lap truck of the 84. Locklear high up to the wall and avoiding any kind of incident there. Turn 2 looks rough for a lot of these racers. You see the truck get loose and them trying to swing it back down the track. Really tough to do consistently. But these leaders, Jake Potak, Dominic Howe, and Dylan Alt, really making it work for them. And you see the difference in line there. Able to run it low and then back up high. There's the 20 machine. That's Joshua Stiles. He's down in the apron right there. He might have lost it off of 2. Let's take a quick peek at what happened.
What is this for?
Gets loose there. Hits the outside retaining wall on a bit of an overcorrection into the inside retaining wall. And that truck looks like it might be done for the day. That might be what our caution here is for as well. Oil on the track. You see the leaders go on by right there. Potak and Howe. And the caution is out once again here. As Potak's going to lead him down pit road. We're going to get a quick look at our caution summary. We're under our 5th one of the night. Cautions have not been scarce, that's for sure. 15 caution laps as of right now, and only 2 lead changes. And that was under caution when Potak gave it the lead to go get 4 tires and fuel. And you see all the trucks heading right back down pit road. Last time they pitted between 4 and 6 laps ago. Some of the trucks only 3 laps ago. And tires just continue to be so very important for these guys. Take a peek from our spectator cam. You just hear the roar of those trucks right there. Really an incredible sight. In the crowd here at Darlington. What a sight it is. The 47 of Skylar Carnes out in front of this pace lap. Looks like he's going to head down to that apron there. Going to take service in pit road right now. '21 machine of Alex Vasilio looking good, and let's see if we can get him in here. Hey Alex, this is JD. You got a copy?
Heck yeah, my dude.
Alrighty, well, looks like you're having a pretty good run there yourself. So talk to us about what's going on there. What's your how you're handling the truck so far?
Truck's feeling great. It's a little tight in 3 and 4, but that's to be expected. I mean, that's about it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of trucks getting really loose off it too. You having that problem, or are you able to keep it kind of under control?
Keeping it under control. You can't go full throttle out of 2 after like 5 or 6 laps. The thing just comes around on you. You just got to enter in at a weird, not a weird angle, but enter it in at a certain angle and keep it in like 3/4 of full throttle, and you should be fine. Get close to the wall, but it's Darlington. You're gonna get close to the wall.
Oh yeah, we've seen more than a few drivers get their Darlington stripe. Are you gonna participate in that, or are you keeping that off the truck here tonight?
Let's hope we can not
Man,
participate.
I hope he keeps it off the wall tonight. God, I need something good tonight. I need something. I just hijacked this entire interview.
That's Joshua Stiles in the 20 you're hearing right here. Also in here with us.
God. I hate this place. God, I hate this place. It's not fun. It's terrifying.
He interrupted our pace car conversation there.
Oh, that's right.
That's all right. I just sped off pit road. I'm going to start back anyway.
But that was Alex Vasilio with his teammates and fellow racers David Fuge and Joshua Stiles. And we are getting ready to go back green here at Darlington. Lady in black giving a couple people their stripe.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Flagman's waving it away. And Dominic Howe leads the field down. Gets a beautiful jump on Jake Potak right there. And we're going to have a new leader. Dominic Howe leading the field out of 2. Jake Potak in his rearview mirror spinning off of 2. Cardarius Tave on the inside apron. And it looks like he's going to lock it on up. Keep us under green. Possibly going to try and get the truck spun around here. Started 13th, and he was running top 10 just before that spin. An unfortunate turn of events for him. He's trying to get that truck back up to speed here. Still on the lead lap, so he's still got ways to go with it. Plenty of laps left. More than half of the race remaining. So he's still got plenty of time to make up for that one. Dominic Howe on pit road. I'm not quite sure why. And Jake Potak is going to take over the lead here. With Lucas Cram in his rearview mirror in that 44 Hot Wheels paint scheme. Alex Facilio, who we just talked to, he's in the 21 right there, trying to hang out with Lucas Cram. He talked about managing the throttle, not getting too excited too quickly, and you start seeing that leader closing in. It's got to be tempting to get a little bit quicker on that throttle. We're going to see how he's able to keep it under control here tonight. A lot of these drivers making good headway. Potak still the dominant truck here tonight. Just running very fast laps. He's 0.3 of a second faster than Lucas Cram currently. His best lap is faster by 0.4 of a second than the next closest racer. So he is just laying down blistering lap times here tonight. And it's going to be a question if anyone can catch him or if anyone can even stay with him off of a restart. So we're getting close to that halfway point here. We talked about it earlier. When are we going to get our green flag run? It might be coming here. Consistently, Josh and I in this broadcast talk about how cautions breed cautions because then everyone can pit, get tires, that kind of thing. But we might be in one of those situations where we're kind of cautioned out. Everyone's starting to settle in, starting to feel how the truck is going to perform. But we heard a little frustration from Joshua Stiles there on that last caution. Things might be a little bit tough for them. Trying to battle the truck lap in and lap out requires a lot of mental toughness from these drivers. And we're seeing a lot of it right now. So we've remained green for the time being. Robert Milliken battling John Robert Masterson. Back behind these guys. Riding along with the 18 right here. He sees Dominic Howe, who is a lap down now, out in front of him. That's the 30 machine. Trying to catch on up. We're riding along with Milliken, and you can see the difference in lines that a lot of these drivers are running. Just trying to make something work. Enters middle, drifts to the high side. Really tight it looks like. Coming off a 4 there. A pretty tough track we're seeing here so far. Jake Potak, your leader. Sitting in first, coming up on lap traffic here. 81 of Bonds are looking slow. He's going to go a lap down here. It's this long green flag run. Starts possibly threatening a couple of these cars going a lap down. Potak can keep it up. Keep running these just insane lap times. It's going to be a question of how many cars are left on the lead lap after this one. Gentle reminder that only one car will get the lucky dog should another caution come out. That means he gets a free pass back on the lead lap. 24 into the wall right there. Getting his Darlington stripe. That's Cardarius Tave. And the 39 of Jake Potak speeds on by. Continuing his dominating race so far. Flashing it back to Lucas Cram in the 44. He's in second. He is 4.6 seconds back of the lead. Trying to make up time here coming up on the lap cars of Locklear. Locklear up in the wall right there in the 84. 44 with a huge run coming up on Bonzer. He's got the 21 of Vasilio right behind him. Both trucks right there looking strong. They speed by the lap cars. How vitally important it is to keep these trucks clean. As much as you are able to do it, we obviously know that turn 2 is famous for coming out and smacking these trucks, and we've seen a lot here tonight. But as much as you can keep it off that turn 2 retaining wall, better you're going to be throughout this one. Back to the leader. This is Jake Potak in the 39. Just cruising along here, turning laps, making it work for him. So let's get a quick run through the field. Catch you on up to where everyone's running. First is Jake Potak. You're riding along with him right here. Flash on back to Lucas Cram in that Hot Wheels machine. Right behind him, Alex Vasilio running 2-3 right there. So we head further back in the field. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. is in a heated battle right here. This is a three-way battle for fourth between Mulrooney Jr., the 77, who's just tapped and gets moved to the inside. That's Mark Stryker. And Skylar Carnes in that 47. The Josh Zentek throwback right there. So they're trying to sort each other out here. Lap traffic going to prove a problem. Locklear in the 84 up ahead. Caution is out as this battle is just picking up. I'm going to try and see if we can find where that caution occurred. I don't know that we're quite going to find it. And the production crew seems to be stumped. So that's going to be our mystery caution of the night. Seem to always have one of those, so I apologize. But it's going to come early here. So we are back under caution. Our 6th caution of the day now. Truck's back on pit road. Don't think it's quite time for that pit strategy we talked about just yet. A lot of guys probably taking a look back at what put us under caution here. So 13 got into trouble. See him down low on that apron. Has that back end swing out on him. Tries to correct it and taps that inside retaining wall. And Andrew Ruttell and his throwback scheme might be done for the night. It's currently sitting 4 laps down. He's going to try and do what he can and get back on out there. So thank you to our spotters out there trying to help us out with that caution. Our 6th of the day. And we're looking at a couple trucks trying to get back on the lead lap. Dominic Howe in the 30, and I believe that is Chase Bonzer in the 81. And Derek Winter in the 9. All going to stay out and take the wave around here. Get themselves back on the lead lap. So quite a few trucks done for the day. Kevin Foster in the 83, Mark Love in the 43, Josh Zentek in the 8, Chris Kynes in the 29, Ryan Libby in the 23, and Robbie Oddie in the 12, all done for the day and parked behind the wall. So if you're wondering where they are at, They're packing up the hauler and getting ready to get out of here early. As we remain under caution here at Darlington, just past the halfway point. We haven't had a long green flag run just yet. Our previous run, about 6 laps under green before getting a caution caused by a self-spin. And that put us right back under pacing conditions. Jake Potak holding on the lead. Alex Vasilio, who we talked to earlier, sitting pretty in second position. Another person we mentioned as well after we talked to Josh Sentek, his teammate Skylar Carnes, sitting there in the 47 machine. You're looking at a 10-car group right here. A couple cars trickling in. That's Mulroney Jr. back there in the 2. David Fuge joining the group as well. One of these days I'm going to nail his name 100% and not have to correct myself. But here we go, getting ready to go back green here at Darlington. Pace car is off. Potak still leading the field, but Vasilio looking hungry on his outside. Flagman holding that yellow. Switches to green. Green flag is out. Potak on the gas, and we are back underway. Good restart by Potak and Skylar Carnes in the 47 with a beautiful run right there. Vasilio trying the outside to inside move. Can't quite pull it off. And all these trucks start to fan out here as we head on the back straightaway. Careful out of turn 2. Trucks avoiding the wall there. And in the 3 and 4 where the trucks want to get tight. Vasilio holding on to that second position, but he's got Cram all over his back bumper. Right behind him, Robert Milliken battling Mark Stryker. Riding along with Lucas Cram here. All over that high line. Trying to chase down the 21. In the BeastRacing.net Chevrolet. At the top of your screen, you also see the 21 just continuing, or the 39 continuing to pull away. As we go throughout this one. Up in the wall. That was Mark Stryker in the 77 there. He's going to lose a bit of speed as he gets the wall off of 4. Gets it back down to the bottom and regains control. Staying ahead of Mulroney Jr. and Liam Sheen. Truck's going to single file on out here a little bit. So looking at another possible green flag run. Dave Fuge, we just mentioned him a second ago. He's pulled up to the 9th position. Bit of damage on that truck, but he's able to... They'll be sending it around here at a pretty quick clip. Justin Walters and Dominic Howe have a bit of an exchange there. Dominic Howe gets the better end of it, getting by Walters. And up into the 11th position. You see how loose the trucks are getting. Walter's going to have a bit of a run on Howe. Heading into 1 and 2. Dives it low up to the quarter panel of Howe. Can't quite complete the pass, so he's going to hop back in the draft. Walters diving low once again. Liking that low line. We talked about the difference in racers. Some will like the low, some will like the high. Loose off of 4 is Dominic Howe. Is able to hold on to it. Loose is fast if you do it right. Up ahead of him, John Robert Masterson gets into one of the proximity racing guys. I believe that was Mulroney Jr. Let's take a quick peek at what happened there. Pardon me, it might have been Dylan Alt. Oh, contact between Fuge and Alt. And Alt's able to hang on to it, clipping the outside retaining wall and then coming back to the bottom. Oh my. Let's take another look at that one. On the nose of Alt here, coming up on the Spartan Sim Racing Chevrolet. The 22 and the 42 just seemingly collect each other, but the 42 able to hang on to it. Great job by him. So we come back live. Potak continuing to pull away. It is a 3.5 second gap back to Lucas Cram in the 44 machine. You see him right there. Just trying to reel him in. And Skylar Carnes making his way up there. Alex Vasilio in the 21 machine. Right behind Skylar Carnes. He's dropped back from second to fourth here in this run. It is interesting to see which drivers are better with worn tires and which prefer those fresh tires. So Alex Vasilio all the way to the apron, using that lap car as a pick, and he's going to make the pass in the 47. But no, not so fast. So Skylar Carnes. On the high side, Carnes able to make a run out of 4, and he's going to hold on to that position. As lap traffic proving difficult here for a couple of these drivers here tonight. Darlington, a very narrow raceway, provides an interesting little element to that. Diving low, it's Justin Walters in the 46. Might have been loose. Caught himself a little bit there. He started 22nd. He's climbed up to 11th. Able to keep the truck mostly clean. Stay out of any big incidents. We did see the big wreck earlier, and that took out a lot of racers here. A lot of those that we lit. Oh, and the 46 is around. Collects the 30. He might hold on to it. And the 46 is going to be able to keep it rolling. Let's take a quick peek at that. What we just saw happen. 46 and the 30 getting together. And the 46 able to hold on, it looks like. Off the corner, Dominic Howe got loose off of 4. We're taking one more look at this before we get back live. And the 30 just rides up the track. Just a little bit of contact there. And we are right back under caution as soon as we say that. Trying to find the caution for you now. Let's take a quick peek through the field here. That was the incident that we just saw. We might have our first official mystery caution. The 48 battling right there. The caution is out at that point. 47 machine was what brought out the caution. That's Skylar Carnes. Let's see if we can find out what happened to him. Loose off a 2, able to collect it right there. Skylar Carnes, who's running up toward the front of the pack, running in second place right here. That's the reason we're back under caution. We'll take a quick peek at what happened here. Carnes heading into 1. We talked about turn 2 and how dangerous it is. Little bit of loose right there. He was able to hold on to the truck. Not quite sure where the caution. Oh, there it is. As soon as we say that, it gets loose off a 4 and bangs into that inside retaining wall. Immediately calling for the tow truck. And that is a quick end to the night for 47 machine. I say quick. He made 84 laps, 85 laps at a very tough track to run. We talked to Josh Zentek earlier, and he said if he could just keep it clean, he would be good to go. And we saw him running in second. Skylar was running very quick lap times. His quickest lap was the second closest, as I'm peeking at my screen right here. Dylan Alt is the closest challenger to Potek, and then right behind him, Skylar Carnes, 0.2 of a second back. Had been the biggest challenge of Potek's quickest lap. It looks like his night might be over. Let's get Skylar Carnes in here.
And now we're beating him back.
Hey, Skylar.
Hey.
So, we talked to Josh earlier, and he said if you kept it clean, you would be up at the front, probably top 5, if not better. And we saw you keep it clean for a long time. Talk to us about what happened.
Well, I mean, I just had an up and down night tonight. You know, it started, I was up in the top 3, and earlier on the race, had a speeding penalty. I got sent back to the back. The big wreck happened where everybody was involved, and then made my way back up to 7th. Then I had connection issues where I was just blinking in and out. I was just hoping and praying I didn't hit a wall. And went a lap down, came back, and then I had to make my way back up through lap traffic. Did, and then I took out the 9-car accident. I hit the apron, just slid up. It was completely my fault. And got sent back to the back. Worked my way back up to 3rd. And then was in 2nd, and I just, you know, was trying to follow Potak's line because he has his track figured out. And I just, you know, kept on getting the stripes more and more and more. And as the round went on, my tire just got looser and looser, and I couldn't hold on to it anymore, and I was sitting around and just killed it.
Yeah, a tough way to end the night. Talk to us about the lap traffic, though. We've seen a couple trucks kind of struggle with it. How is it passing on this track with the lap traffic?
It's absolutely horrible. Like, I had to make a 3-wide move to get past Mark Stryker and a couple other, you know, lead lap cars. Over, like, I had to go, you know, squeeze Bonzo on the inside with me to get 3-wide, you know, to get around Mark. Because Mark was trying to hold me up a little bit. He was slower. And I just
green flag.
It's always constantly in the way. You're nowhere safe on this track once there's lap traffic. Nowhere is safe. I mean, there's just, you have little margin.
Yeah, absolutely. Last question for you before we let you get going here. How important have tires been? Because we've seen everyone, pretty much everyone that's gone down pit road get 4 every single chance that they've gotten.
It is extremely important. I don't think people can make it on 2 because it's going to be, you know, what I gambled with during the Berserker series at Chicagoland. You're going to be extremely loose. I mean, is definitely a way to go because, I mean, this track eats up the tires. It will definitely eat them up. I mean, you're constantly on edge. You basically, if you don't want to hit the wall, you got to take an Adderall. But tires definitely are here. So any pit stop that they get, they'll get 4 because these tires just get burned up so hard and it gets super loose on the long run.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for stopping by. Frustrating finish for you, I'm sure.
That's all right. We'll just bounce back next week. We're going to Richmond. One of my favorite tracks. So.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see it, and I'm sure we'll see you back toward the top 5 once again.
All righty. Thank you for the time.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. That was the 47 of Skylar Carnes joining us here after getting into the wall there. And you heard him. It's tough. He's one of the better drivers in this series, as point standings would prove. Just unable to keep it under control here. So we're now late in this one. Jake Potak seeming to pull away with it. No challenge from Lucas Cram in the 44. Held him off for about half a lap. And then he was able to take it around. But we heard just now, when we talked to Skylar Carnes, that lap traffic's tough to pass. So it's going to be interesting as David Fuge right here, going to be passed by the leader. Heads down to the apron. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the cars handle this lap traffic, and if any more gets involved. That's going to be the one chance we get to see Potak possibly even challenged by Cram, as you see him close the gap here quite a bit. As Potak might have had to get out of the gas to let Fuge by, the other way around. 44 starting to close this gap a little bit. Last lap, Lucas Cram was actually faster than Jake Potak by about 0.4 of a second. So we're going to see if he can continue to keep up that pace, maybe challenge Potak for this win. Behind him, Mark Stryker in the 77, Alex Vasilio in the 21, and Liam Sheen in the 14, still holding on right there to 5th. A couple drivers who we haven't seen up toward the top 5 a lot of the year, struggling to get a top 10, jumping into the top 10 occasionally. Looking to have a big night here at Darlington, especially Mark Stryker in the 77. We've called his name a lot, but it's been getting in an incident, having to get out of the way of an incident at the back of the pack, and he's having a heck of a race here tonight. Exciting for that Harley-Davidson crew, I'm sure, if he can hold on to this one with just about 10 to go. Another driver to note, right here in 8th, Robert Milliken in the 18. He's under fire from Justin Walters, trying to hang on. Truck getting a little squirrely right there. Big battle right here between the 30 and the 2. That's Howe and Mulrooney Jr. giving it to each other. We've got a good battle right here. This is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th all together, all running very similar lap times. Trying to hold on here late in this one. I apologize. Just a second ago, I said 10 to go. I apparently cannot do math. We're at 20 to go as the leader crosses the line right here. So still a ways to go. We'll see if we can stay under green flag conditions or if we're going to have another caution as these guys continue to mix it up here. Dominic Howe able to clear Mulrooney Jr. and it get out to a bit of a gap. David Fuge on that inside, still turning laps. Able to stay out of the way. The 46 of Justin Walters looking like he has a bit of pace here tonight. He's using that low line pretty effectively. We talked about is the higher the low line better. We haven't really seen one completely dominate the other. The caution is out once again.
Caution for in the wall.
Not sure. Oh. We just saw it. There's a proximity racing car. Was that Dylan Alt in the 42? It was indeed. Taking a peek at what happened. Gets into the wall off of 2. And bangs right back into it. Truck out of control on that inside. Everyone able to avoid it. We're going to ride along here with Dylan Alt. See what he saw. Running that middle line, and that wall just sneaks up on you. We've seen quite a few drivers tap it. And big hit right there. Gotta hope he's okay after that one. He's taking that one back to pit road. Back under caution. So we look live at drivers getting service. The 44 of Lucas Cram cannot beat Potak off of pit road. So it looks like the top 3 are going to stay put as is. Or possibly a mix-up back behind them. Couple lap trucks waiting to get their lap back here. So we're going to restart with just about 10 to go. Probably a little bit over. Jake Potak still hanging on to that lead here. He's got Lucas Cram behind him and Dominic Howe behind him. See if we can get Alex in the booth one more time. Before we get going again here.
That's being interviewed.
Alex, can I interrupt you one more time?
Yes, sirree.
Alrighty, so talk to me. What's the strategy here with just about 10 to go when we go green?
Strategy. That's a great question. What's strategy? No, strategy is trying to get third, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to pass Dominic and the 14 here. Anything else is just not easy pickings, but be great to have a second, or gosh forbid, or even a first. So... just trying to keep it easy, but also trying to stay aggressive, staying on the 30 and 14's bumper.
Yeah, absolutely. So, any kind of pit strategy? Should we see another caution, or are you just going straight for?
If there is a pit, 2 tires, depending on how many laps we have to go, might be viable. Other than that, I think 4 tires will always win here, but 8 tires are always better than 4. So,
can't argue that logic. Well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Excited to see it. That was your in-race reporter, Alex Vasilio. He's in the 21 machine. And we are going to get ready to go back green here. Jake Potak electing to take the outside. We've seen him do that a couple times here tonight. He's going to do it once again. The 44 of Lucas Cram on his inside. Dominic Howe in that 30 is going to be in row 2 on the inside. Looking to get a big push on the 44 here as we get the green flag.
Be ready, green flag.
Green in the air. Potak is off, and we are back underway here at Darlington. 15 to go, 14 to go as the leaders hit the line. And there is pushing and shoving all over behind Potak. Potak coming out of 2. He's got quite the clearance, but the 30 all over the 44's bumper. He's going to look inside, heading into 3. Dominic Howe been fast all race. A little bit of damage on that truck, but he's been able to make it work. He's inside of the 44, but that high line still looking pretty strong here late in this one. On new tires, it's interesting to see the lines that they're able to run that we might not see later in this one. Lucas Cram in the 44, holding on to that second place position now. Dominic Howe falls in line behind him. Liam Sheen, we've seen him battle toward the front and stay there for a lot of this race. Good run by him so far. A little bit loose off the wall for Alex Vasilio. We just talked to him. He said he's shooting for third. He's currently sitting in 6th. So got a little ground to make up should he get that third place finish. Single file all the way back. 10th, 11th, 12th. Only 11 cars left on the lead lap here. A lot of damaged trucks, a lot of trucks a lap down. And Jake Potak just continuing to pull away. His best lap, sub 28 seconds. That is blistering here at Darlington. And he just continues to put down quick laps. Last lap, a 28-121. Just a speedy race by him as he is dominating at Darlington. Lucas Cram and Dominic Howe locked in a battle for second. Looks like Cram has the upper hand for now, but Howe settling in, possibly planning out his move. Back behind them, Vasilio starting to mix it up with the Proximity Racing teammate of Aaron Mulrooney Jr. He's in that 2 machine. Couple 2-car tandems. Behind Vasilio, it's Milliken and Walters. Walters not quite close enough to make the pass just yet, but as these laps wind down, we might be able to see something. Vasilio looking low on the 2, heading into 3. He's got the low line. Let's see if he's able to make it stick. Plenty of room given to him by Mulrooney Jr. there. And here comes the lap traffic. Clears the 2. And he's going to hop right to that high side. Trying to make it stick in 1 and 2. Alex Vasilio. He said the truck has been fun to drive all race. Drives it off a 2. Looking very smooth here. Climbing up to 5th. Let's see if he can pick off a couple more before this race is over. Back to the battle for second. It's Howe and Cram. Still nose to bumper. Howe thinking about going low. Doesn't quite make the move just yet. See him reeling in the Hot Wheels Toyota Tundra. Staying in line. 44 up in the wall. And the 30's going to be able to sneak on by there. Lucas Cram gets up into the wall. Dominic Howe stays off of him. Able to make the pass. Keep it under green flag. And that might cost Lucas Cram that second place finish. We're going to see if he has enough to make up for that ever so slight mistake. And back behind them, 3 trucks mixing up. It's Mulrooney Jr., Robert Milliken, and Justin Walters. After Vasilio passed Mulrooney Jr., he's dropped back a little bit. 5 to go here. And Milliken not content with that 7th place finish. He wants 6th. Inside of the 2 here as they go door to door heading into 3. Milliken drifting up the track. Pulls off the slide job. But the 2 back inside. And they're going to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. Looks like Milliken's going to have the 2. But Justin Walters in the 46 drives it really low. Trying to stay off the 2. 2 goes up into the wall. And Justin Walters off of 2 gets loose. Mulrooney Jr. might be able to pull him back in. Coming down the front straightaway. Watching Walters. Mulrooney Jr. coming around the lap truck of Derek Winter. Don't know if he's going to have enough for him. Back up to lead, Jake Potak coming off of 4. Getting the 2 to go sign here at Darlington. Jake Potak continuing to just turn laps and pull away from this one. Gonna get the white flag as he comes off of 4 here. looking very strong here. White flag in the air. First, second, and third all but set. Oh, and the 21 is in trouble. Quick peek at what happened. Alex Facilio has dropped to 10th. He gets loose off a turn 4, overcorrects it into the wall, takes out Liam Sheem with him, and the white flag had already gone. And the 39 of Jake Potak is going to be your winner here at Darlington. Dominic Howe in second, Lucas Cram in third, and Robert Milliken in fourth. But the 21 of Alex Facilio, a spin on the last lap, is going to send him all the way back down to 10th position, I believe. We're going to have to check the official results. But your winner here tonight, he started in first and he finished in first, and he looked good doing it. Jake Potak in the 39 machine had one heck of a day. Sends it up into the wall. I don't know if that's going to pass post-race inspection. He's going to burn it down here at Darlington. And that is your winner, the 39 of Jake Potak. Giving us a show here at Darlington. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with your top 3.
Wait. Oh my god!
Oh, hello, hi, how are you? All right. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, I'm Ron. Oh, what's going on? How you doing, sir? How you doing? I'm Ron. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh my god!
Oh, hello, hi, how are you? How you doing? Oh my god. I'm Ron, nice to meet you. Blaze right now is offering a large shareable pizza here with real ingredients. Not frozen, none of that frozen crust, all right? Right. So I want to show you some beautiful, unique toppings that we have. Artichoke, arugula. Wow. You like that type of stuff? That's for you, all right? Oh, no, I'm Ron. I don't know who LeBron is. Me and you take a selfie. Come on in. Hey, there's Ron. You tell your friends to take you to Blaze Pizza and tell them Ron sent you, okay? All right, put it there. My guy. You ever take Ron's hat? That's yours.
Oh my god!
All right, we're back here with the 44 of Lucas Cram. Lucas, first of all, congrats on that third place finish. Second of all, how frustrating was it to get in that wall late?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a huge deal. I don't know if it's a little bit faster than me anyway. So I was just trying to, drive my heart out, trying to hold on to second there. But yeah, I noticed the lap before that I kind of took it too low, trying to take it too cautious, and he got a really good run on me. And luckily then he decided to push me, which I was kind of surprised by. But I was like, all right, so I need to run a little bit higher and try to get a better, run through there so he doesn't get the run on me again. And yeah, try to push a little bit too much and got on the fence. Luckily, he didn't run it back me and we didn't wreck or anything, so it was all good. Fill the third, that's not a huge deal. But yeah, it was a really fun race overall. Unfortunately, I got destroyed on lap 3 when the 2 truck hit the wall. Not really sure why I was pushing that hard in a 115 lap race, but got like 2.5 minutes of damage there. Then I knocked the wall down later. So yeah, it was basically just playing catch up. Honestly, a podium is really really good result for the race I kind of had throughout it. But yeah, it was quite a few cautions, but it is also Darlington, so it's one of the harder tracks in the circuit. So I'm not really surprised, but overall I enjoyed it.
For sure. Tell us a little bit about your paint scheme tonight. We saw you running the Hot Wheels scheme. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I decided to do that last second. I heard it was Darlington, but it didn't even hit me that people would be doing throwbacks and whatnot. And I used to run that paint scheme actually just all the time in the league I ran because I've always had the 44, and that's what Kyle Petty drove. was the 44 in that paint scheme. So I was about ready to leave, 'cause I had to go before I raced, and I was like, hey, I know exactly what throwback to run. So I went on Trade Paints, got the paint scheme, changed the color blue to make it look better in my opinion, and decided to change the number and the wheels and whatnot, and threw it together, and I thought it came out pretty nice. I was pretty excited to run it. Hopefully most people picked up on it, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I love the paint scheme, so it was a pretty nice truck.
For sure, looks pretty good in third place too. Can't complain about that one. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to before we get going here?
Yes, sir. Always a shout out to Matthew and everybody that runs the series and all season long. Thoroughly looking forward to the rest of the season and what it brings. Huge shout out to Jake on the wedding. Congratulations to him. He was flying all race long. Shout out to the 21 actually of Alex. And I know they got into an incident there late, but it was really fun to race him. He was really understood the racecraft and let me by quite a few times, even though I was sometimes slower than him. But yeah, just let me by. He just looked very clean, and unfortunately, I did not quite get the result he deserved. But huge shout out to him for just overall understanding the racetrack and situation. So shout out to him, and a huge shout out, of course, to you for the broadcast. It's always a great broadcast, and we go back and watch like I always do. And that's it.
For sure. We'll see you next week at Richmond.
Yes, sir. Have a great night.
Alrighty, you too. That was the 44 of Lucas Cram coming in third place here tonight. Next up, we got the 30 of Dominic Howe. Dominic, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, so second place finish. Can't quite complain about that one. Talk to us about the race. We saw a lot of incidents, so how'd you manage that? How'd you manage the tires?
Yeah, I started in the way back and somehow managed to get up to second until I jumped the start, and then I had to come back from a lap down, and then while I was a lap down I gave myself some damage, and somehow I managed to get by Lucas and then come home with a second, which was pretty good because for the long run we had, I was on 40 lap old tires and it was so loose.
Yeah, we heard a lot of guys talk about how loose it was. Did that change your driving style at all when you had to stay out to get that lap back?
No, I was still trying to run down people because I wanted as many spots as I could on the pit road, so I could get up as far as I wanted, and I was just pushing against people with 20 lap newer tires, and just a continuous cycle of pushing and pushing and pushing, and then eventually started getting loose, and then right as I almost wrecked it, the caution came out, and that saved me.
Timely caution definitely helps. You want to tell us a little bit about your paint scheme tonight? Looking a little special for Darlington.
Oh yeah, it's nothing real special for Darlington. I didn't like my other car because the black to white transition wasn't that good, so I made something up and threw it in there.
All right, well, it looks pretty good in second place. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Just the Proximity Racing Discord for talking me through how to do this track, because this track's pretty tricky.
For sure. Well, you made it seem not that tricky. Second place finish, started in 23rd. Congrats on that finish right there, and I'm sure we're going to see you in top 5 before too long here.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was Dominic Howe in the 30 machine. Like we said, starts in 23rd, finishes in 2nd. Great job by him here tonight. So we're going to turn it over to your race winner, Jake Potak.
Hey, Jarrett.
What's going on, buddy? First of all, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And second of all, you looked mighty fast tonight. Is Darlington your track, or did you just put in a couple extra laps of practice?
Darlington's one of my favorites. I mean, any track that's hard braking and just really tough, that's...
Yeah, for sure. Did you think anyone had anything for you, or were you just not concerned with your rear view mirror at all tonight?
There's definitely a couple guys on short run, first 2 or 3 laps of a run who could hang with me, but once the tires got worn, it was pretty easy to have an advantage. So, yeah, pretty easy.
We talked to a couple guys earlier that talked about the challenge of lap traffic. Did you have any trouble with them, or did most of the guys kind of get out of the way for you?
Plenty. I mean, some guys with all the wreck damage, they're so off the pace, and that turn 1 and 2, it's pretty much one lane with how fast it is and narrow, that if you catch a lap car there, you just have to slow down to how fast you can lose a whole second in one corner from that.
Yeah, no doubt. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out here before we let you get to the victory celebration?
Yeah, man, the league putting on the races every week, and you, man, doing the broadcast. It's awesome. Love watching it. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, good deal. Well, don't celebrate too hard, and we'll see you next week at Richmond.
All right, man. See you. Thank you.
So that was Jake Potak in the 39. Congrats once again to him on the win. Beautiful race, led 110 out of 115 laps here tonight. And that is what you call a dominating performance by him. A quick little recap for everybody as we look at these unofficial results. Jake Potak is your race winner, winning by almost a 5-second margin over Dominic Howe. Lucas Cram ends up in third. Robert Milliken, we talked about him, able to battle on up through the field and get a 4th place finish. Great top 5 for that team right there. Justin Walters in the 46 machine. We saw him really being aggressive, and glad it paid off for him late, finishing with a top 5 right there. And you see these intervals, all these trucks were pretty close together, so it was neck and neck all the way to the finish. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. comes away with a 6th place finish. Mark Stryker in 7th. John Robert Masterson up in 8th. And Alex Vasilio on that last lap incident ends up officially 9th. Liam Sheen, talked about him a lot. He was, I believe, 5th going into the last lap. Also collected in that incident with Alex Vasilio. Could not quite battle back, being on the last lap, and he ends up in 10th. Going down the list, our last lead lap car is Samuel Williams. He finishes 11th. And then we start getting into the lapped cars here tonight. David Fuge comes away with a solid 12th place finish. Andrew Rattel ends up in 13th. The 13 machine finishes 13th. How fitting is that? Jacob Locklear, we saw him a couple times being passed by the leaders and staying out of the way. Great job by him. Comes away with a 14th place finish. And Cardarius Tave, we saw him involved in an early incident. He comes away 15th. Derek Winter, we've seen him run up toward the front a lot this year. Tonight, not so much. We didn't really call his name a lot as he was involved in an early incident. Battled back, was able to drive the truck with the damage it had, and he battles to a 16th place finish. Dylan Alton, the 42, involved in a late race incident. We saw him get into that outside wall, unable to control the truck, and he comes away 20 laps down in 17th. Chase Bonser, his teammate, will be in 18th, and Skylar Carnes in the 47, we saw him running up front, and unfortunately getting into the wall, comes away 19th, 35 laps down. William Downham, he finishes 20th in the 92 machine. And heading into the last couple drivers, Tyler Davis finishes 21st. Joshua Stiles, we talked to him earlier, how frustrated he was with the track. He talked about how challenging Darlington is. And it really spoke to just the overall skill of these drivers. Joshua Stiles is not a bad driver, and we saw how frustrated he was with the track. And then we talked to Dominic Howe and Lucas Cram and Jake Potak, and they were thrilled. They were all about the track. They were all about how it raced, and they were all about their finish, obviously. So it really is kind of a testament to how good these guys are to be able to control a truck like that for 115 laps. Kevin Foster finishes 23rd. Mark Love, we called his name a little bit earlier. He ventured up toward the front. He comes away 24th. Josh Zentek got corkscrewed in an incident able to walk away from it, comes away 25th. Ryan Libby in the 23 machine finishes 26th. Chris Kynes finishes 27th. And Robbie Oddie, involved in a very early race incident 3 laps in, is unable to drive it from there. He finishes 28th. So that's going to shake up points a little bit. We talked about it earlier in the fact that Robbie Oddie had dropped to 10th in points, and you got to imagine he's going to drop once again. In terms of your other points leaders, Lucas Cram is in first. He's probably going to stay just about there. Dominic Howe in second. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. in third. Might be in danger of dropping. But who I'm going to be interested to see how far he jumps, Jake Potak. Currently sitting 26th in points. With a win, he is surely going to shoot up this list and be in that top 20. A quick reminder that the top 12 drivers will make the chase, and that starts on February 9th, 2020. So quite a few weeks from now, as we're only 9 weeks in. That starts after week 18. So a long way to go before we get to the chase, but certainly something to start keeping an eye on, of drivers that are out of it, in it, on the bubble. Always fun to talk about. Some final thoughts here tonight. Thank you to everyone, first of all, who joined, who's watched this live, who's watching this back later, who has participated in the chat. Thank you for the followers, especially Otacon36129. I hope I didn't butcher that. Scissor Blades and Robotic Twitcher for the sub. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. Love to hear the excitement for the race, and I know I was excited to call it. Bear Palm OG, thank you to him once again for participating and calling Potak winning. Potak looked fast. His best lap, a 27.988. That was the fastest lap by about 0.2 of a second over Dylan Alt. From a quick glance, who ran a 28.140. Might have been able to have a little something for him there at the end, but he would have had to have been perfect at the end of this one. So that is going to do it here for us tonight. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight before we get going. Crockett Creek Beef Jerky. Be sure to go check them out. They are a small town company with big heart and plenty of southern goodness to share. Crockett Creek Beef Jerky. You can find them at Crockett Jerky on Twitter or online at crockettcreek.com. Also like to thank Next Level Racing. They're the world's leading simulation brand, revolutionizing the market with its industry-leading product range for racing, flight, and motion simulators. We talked about it. They got something for everybody there, whether you are into the big high-end stuff or even just something small and little. They got something for everybody. Be sure to check them out. You can find them on Twitter at Next Level Racing or nextlevelracing.com. Last but not least, The Butt Kicker. Bring your movies, music, and games with Butt Kicker 4D. You can find them at thebuttkicker.com. That is thebuttkicker.com. They are also on Twitter at thebuttkicker. Pretty cool stuff that they got going on there. I talked about it last week. If you like watching hockey and you want to feel the contact, if you want to watch that Myles Garrett highlight and just feel him hitting Mason Rudolph in the head with the helmet, definitely check out Butt Kicker. So I'm Jared DeHater, and for all of us here at the Norse Force Racing Series, it's been a pleasure calling this race for you here at Darlington. And one more time, congratulations to all the drivers who finished it. Number one, because Darlington is just such a tough track. And big shout out to Jake Potak in the 39 machine, running away with it, leading all but 5 laps. A great race for him and a great race for his team. And we hope to see them back in victory lane again soon. If you enjoyed this, be sure to tune in next week as the Norse Force Invader series heads to Richmond for short track battle that will ensue there. The Richmond 115 has to do 150 laps around that short track. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us. And I hope to see you again soon. Until then, everybody, take it easy and tune in next week.